Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today, inshallah, we'll talk about the first way of the many ways to Jannah. But this way is special because it is the most important way. Without this way, all the other ways don't count. So this way, as we heard in the ayah just recited, is the way of Iman, our faith system. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned in this ayah that righteousness is not turning your face towards the east or the west, but righteousness is believing in Allah, in the last day, in the angels, in the books, in the messengers or the prophets, and giving of your wealth. And He goes on to describe other acts of Iman. So Iman is not only belief, but it's action. Believing it in your heart, saying it upon your lips, and acting upon it with your outward limbs. This is what Iman is. And it entails believing in Allah, that He is our creator, our sustainer, our provider. No harm or benefit can come except without Him. He is in control of the universe. Nothing happens without His will, without His permission. And He is the only one worthy of worship. We don't have any intermediaries between us and Him. We can go to Him directly and call upon Him in all our needs. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one that deserves to be worshipped. This is a brief summary of belief in Allah. Believing in the angels, that they are special creatures of Allah, created from light. Like humans are created from clay and jinn are created from fire, angels are created from light. But they don't sin against Allah at all, and they do all that they are ordered to command, or all that they are commanded to do. They are in constant worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are beautiful beings. And He has sent many down for us, for our protection, to be with us, to accompany us, to write down our good deeds and our bad deeds. So they are present amongst us, and that's why we should have some shyness at times. After that, you have the belief in the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah, He sent down messages and books and scriptures to humanity for their guidance, right? If you look around, any type of machinery in general has some type of guidebook to show how it properly functions. So it's not likely that the most wise, the one who knows everything, would leave His creatures without any type of guidance. So He sent down these books for us to be guided. And there are many books and scriptures, but we only know of 6 of them. And that is the Quran, the final revelation, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that is preserved until the day of judgment. It will not be changed. It is encompassing all the previous revelations, all the important stuff from the previous revelations that we need. And He actually made it easier for us as compared to other ummah. The other books are the Injil that came to the Prophet Isa alayhi salam, which is the Gospel, the Zabur of Dawood, the Psalms of David, the Torah of Musa, and also the scriptures of Musa in some narrations, and the scriptures of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So these are the 6 books that we know of, the books and scriptures that we know of. And we have to believe in all the books that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sent down books, but we don't have any that are preserved in their entirety except the Quran. Also, He sent down prophets and messengers to teach us how to implement this book. Right? He could have just sent down a book to everybody, a guidebook, and khalas, it'd be sufficient. However, He sent down human representation of these books to show us that we can live. Right? The prophets are from the best of their people, the most honest, the most beautiful in physical and moral characteristics. And they are our examples to follow. And the best of all prophets is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the top 5 are with Muhammad, Nuh and Ibrahim and Musa and Isa. They're called Ulil Azm and Rusul. And we believe in 25 that we know in the Quran and 2 that are mentioned in the Sunnah. And again, I want you to go back and study this because it's very important in our aspect of faith. After believing in Allah, in the angels, in the books, in the messengers, there is a belief in Yawm al-Akhir, the day after. And that encompasses everything from the signs of the day of judgment that are going to happen, death in of itself, the barzakh in between when you pass away until the next Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment itself, and the paradise or the hellfire. And I suggest you to go back to the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and read these wonderful descriptions of what's to come for the believers, and the scary descriptions for those who do not have faith. And after that is the belief in the divine decree that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows everything. يَعْلَمُ مَا كَانَ وَمَا كَائِنْ وَمَا سَيَكُنْ وَمَا لَمْ يَكُنْ لَوْ كَانَ كَيْفَ يَكُنْ. He knows what was and what is and what will be and what wasn't, if it was, how it would have been. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge is complete. Also, He has written down everything in Lawh al-Mahfuz. Also, nothing happens except by His will, right? Nothing good or bad can come except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission, and He created everything. Those are like the summaries of Qadr, the belief in the divine decree. And this is, inshallah, like I said, a rough synopsis of our Iman that we should all strive for. And then to add to that, the Iman according to our belief system is to be put into action. It's not just lip service, it's not just believing it in the heart, but it's putting it into works, into deeds, into actions. And that's what we're going to discuss, inshallah, for the rest of the 30 days. Jazakumullah khair. I hope that Ramadan is going well with you all. May Allah accept from us and from you our good deeds. Until tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.